as a knight in white armor, cold as a shot from a gun. If you should look for a man who loves danger, to whom love is a stranger, this man is the one.
Louise, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met. You're the only one to whom I have ever given my heart. But alas, dear Louise, I'm afraid I just cannot ask you to deny. You see, my love for you could be used as a weapon to destroy me by the enemies of England. My life is fraught with danger each day and night. Alas, Louise, my resolve is as blue steel. Excuse me, would you? Just for a moment.
Adam, be careful.
Have no fears for me, Louise.
Who are you?
My name is Adamant.
Adamant?
Now tell me, who is your master?
That I will never tell you.
Tell me, and I'll spare your life.
I am not afraid to die.
I see, you're a man of honor, my friend. I give you a choice. Either death at the hands of His Majesty's executioner, or...
Thank you. I salute you, Adamant.
Good Lord. Not dancing, Adam?
Not while my country is at stake. No,
Right, right. Who's that man?
He was a man of courage and honor, but he was about to assassinate His Majesty.
Good heavens.
Yes.
If he'd succeeded, anything might have happened. Come inside. His Majesty will wish to thank you.
Sir James, do not mistake the symptoms for the cause. Those two men were nothing. Behind them, some mastermind, as it were. Consider the events of the last few years. The insurrections in India, the Franco-Prussian War, the Crimean War. One man behind them all. If we can only find him, Sir James.
Mr. Adamant, sir.
Thank you.
What is it?
Come at once. An address in Stepney.
Don't go. It may be a trap.
I'm afraid I must. It's from Louise. Yes, at last. I always suspected there was one man behind everything. At last I've come face to face with you.
A privilege granted to no other man, and granted to you too late. Now I have you, and I intend to keep you.
I'm not an easy man to cage.
A cage would be too good for you.
Then kill me.
That would be too good for you also. During the last few years, you have caused embarrassment, Mr. Adamant. Considerable pain. You will not do so again. Now I am free to continue with my plans to weaken the world little by little until it is in a state of utter chaos.
You fiend.
And now for your fate, Mr. Adamant. I hold a secret that will suspend animation. For how long, I do not know. The last man was revived after 10 years. He was a gibbering idiot. You will be more fortunate. No one will revive you. You're frightened, Mr. Adamant.
At least, tell me what I am to suffer.
Eternity, Mr. Adamant. I am condemning you to a living death. However, I am not a cruel man. I would like your last moments to be happy. Who would you most like to see before you close your eyes forever?
Louise.
And so you shall. Come in, my dear.
So clever, but also vulnerable.
Look! Look! It's a man in a block of ice.
Now, please keep back. At this stage, we know nothing, and we're saying nothing. But this is a hospital, so please keep quiet, all of you. Any change?
Not yet. His things have been brought up.
Adamant, 26A Albany Street. But that part of Albany Street isn't even there anymore. Must be a hoax of some kind.
Well, in theory, you know, it could just happen. Some elementary forms of life do go into a sort of indefinitely extended hibernation.
This isn't an elementary form of life. This is supposed to be the Adamant.
Ah, but there was never any conclusive proof of his death, you know. He just disappeared under mysterious circumstances. A lot of people refused to believe that he was dead. Oh, he was much too popular a hero for them to let go of him, I suppose.
Well, if Adamant were alive, he'd be, let me see, he'd be 99, but it's absurd.
He's coming round.
The king. I must warn the king.
Yes, all in good time. But first of all, I must ask you a few questions.
I'll tell you nothing.
I'm afraid I must insist.
You may do your worst. You shall learn that no key can unlock the lips of Adamant. Oh, Louise, what if...
But
what
trying
if
to help you, old chap.
Sir James, cry me on your kind of help. You may help me to my grave before I'll tell you anything.
I'm afraid his mind's affected. I'd better give him a sedative.
So cold.
Superintendent Bailey.
One man, Sir James.
Now, I'm just going to give you a little injection.
Get back. You foreign devil.
Look at this. Frozen stiff. Ridiculous. The Prime Minister says there's to be no more publicity not until we know who the man is. What do you think, Bailey?
Well, he's obviously an imposter. That visiting card and those clothes. I think it's all just a current part of the craze for Art Nouveau.
Well, that's what I'm here to establish. And now, Superintendent, I'll put some questions to the man. He is quite docile.
Oh, yes,
That's
yes.
right. My God, it's the doctor.
What? But this is uncanny, Benson.
He's escaped.
Pass around the building.
Doctor, whatever are you doing?
I am a friend. Once I'm outside these walls, help will arrive swiftly.
Is it a game?
It's no game, I promise you, madam. Only trust me, and you'll be restored to your loved ones by nightfall.
But I only came in here this morning.
And you were one of the lucky ones, madam. And if any of the murderous gang approach you, do not be afraid to use this. Remember, they are your country's enemies.
But I would know her.
Please, please, not another word. There's not much time.
Swinging Sixties.
You're dead. You better find the police.
Disaster hasn't got as it was.
I'm sorry. I'm in a hurry. Go back
babysitting.
Inside, darling.
Your master will have no use for me.
What are you on about? It's 10 bob. Take it or leave it. Look, if you don't get him away from here, I'll call the boys.
Mr. Adamant, please. You'd better come with me.
I shall take my stand here. Let go of me, boy.
I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. I'm not a boy, I'm a girl.
Boy, where am I?
I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. I followed you from the hospital as soon as I realized who you were.
You know who I am.
Well, let's say I'm a dedicated fan.
Fan?
Admirer. You've been my hero ever since I was a kid. My grandfather used to tell me stories about you.
Who's your grandfather, child?
Oh, you wouldn't remember him. He only met you once.
His name?
Sam Jones.
Sir. Yes, I remember him perfectly. I met him last year at Henry Regatta. He's a short fellow. He's rather young to be a grandfather. Who are you?
Georgina Jones. You can call me Georgie.
Miss Jones, this masculine attire. Is it part of the madness outside? Some protective disguise, perhaps?
Hey, watch it. This gear cost me a bundle.
This gear cost me a bundle. That is some kind of code.
Everything's bound to seem a bit strange.
Strange? The fires of hell could be no stranger.
You'll find it's all quite normal in the
I
morning.
very much doubt that, Miss Jones.
Please, rest.
Where am I?
You're quite safe. You're in my room.
Your room? Then I must leave immediately.
Why?
Well, think. Your reputation, Miss Jones.
Oh, don't be silly. I haven't got a reputation. Anyway, I'll be working most of the night.
I hesitate to think what you might be doing. Would you kindly call me a hansom cab?
Where do you think you can go?
I can but hope to find my way to 26A Albany Street.
Mr. Adamant, it isn't there anymore. Don't you realize you disappeared on your last case? You're supposed to be dead.
Dead? I must get in touch with my friends at the yard and set their minds at rest.
Will you listen? Your house was pulled down 10 years ago.
Nonsense.
Yes, it was. I remember seeing it as a child. There was a plaque on the wall. Adam Adamant, gentleman adventurer, lived here.
Why live?
Please, rest.
There'll be no rest for me till I have my friends around me.
Can't you understand? You have no friends. All the people you knew are dead. You're 99 years old, Mr. Adamant.
99.
Come on, old man. Look, we want to get home. We want to get out of here. I've had enough of this. Not about any longer.
You better get out. I'm not paying a penny more, so you can tell that to Margot. Can't use that in here, so please, don't be so silly.
Now, you're the silly one, Redhead. Business is good. All Margot wants is an extra couple of fivers a week.
And I say no. You and your blood-sucking crowd are all the same. Every month you want more.
You can have this any time you want. You know, any time.
Please, don't be so stupid.
Who's watching? As far as they're concerned, you're just part of the furniture. Go on, smile. You customer. Smile. That's right. Now laugh and pay up.
You won't get it. And if you're still here in 5 minutes, I'll call the police.
Oh,
now, get out of the way.
You stupid nuts. What are you all about? He was begging for it, wasn't he? But not in here. Well, he walked onto it. Come on.
No way! Grant! Oh, Grant! What have they done to you?
Miss, I still need to know why you're so sure it was the protection racket.
Well, I should know, shouldn't I? He's been paying it out for more than a year now, and I needn't tell you who's been collecting.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
It means that if you people did your job, this sort of thing wouldn't happen.
That's enough of that. Now, listen, miss. As far as I'm concerned, I'd pull the whole stinking lot in if I had the evidence. And you know how shy everyone is about that.
Well, he's not, is he? Not now. Or are you putting him in the missing persons file?
All right. Let's put it another way. You identify the men who did it, and I'll have them inside, and their boss.
Heard that one before.
That's right. My lot keeps saying it all the time. How about you? Are you going to be shy too?
I'll identify them for you.
That's better. Right now you could do with some rest. You know where the station is? Tomorrow morning, then. You'll be all right. I'll leave a man outside. Good night, miss.
Morning.
Good morning. Morning? Is it morning? My dear lady, I fear there's been some mistake.
Feeling better?
Miss Jones, is it?
That's right. You still look pretty awful.
I'm sure that 64 years in a coma does not agree with one's pallor, Miss Jones. I should also feel happier if I knew what I was... Do you mean to say that I've spent the whole night here with you?
I couldn't very well throw you out, could I?
How can I begin to apologize? What for? Well, for having compromised you in this way.
Oh, that? You're not the first person to spend a night on that sofa.
Yes, but not surely men.
Of course, men. Why ever not?
I see. You must forgive me. I hadn't realized you're so young. What? No, please, please, say no more. I'm sure you've been driven to it. And I shall make every effort to find you a menial post where a reference from me can outweigh the most scarlet past.
Wait a minute. Are you saying?
That you have my sympathies.
For what?
For your present way of life.
Now, look, if you're implying what I think, let me tell you that I have a job already, thank you kindly. And I'm very happy in it. I work in a discotheque.
A discotheque? Can't possibly imagine what that could be, Miss Jones.
Skip it. What would you like for breakfast?
Nothing, really. Thank you so much. I have already imposed on you far too much.
Mr. Adamant, will you try to understand that you're not imposing? I'm only too glad that you're here. I don't think I could have spent last night alone. Please have some breakfast.
Very well, then. If you insist. But really, nothing of any consequence. Just a little kedgeree, a few deviled kidneys, no more.
Oh, really? You'll have oaty popples like the rest of us.
I don't think I know them, Miss Jones.
Look, they go snap, crackle,
Really? Why?
I don't know. Well?
Most fortifying, Miss Jones.
Well, we.
What is it, Mr.
Listen to this. Iceman goeth. Late last night, the man claiming to be Adamant vanished from the hospital where he'd been taken for observation. He is believed to be suffering from a severe nervous breakdown and may be dangerous.
Nonsense. I must get in touch with the Prime Minister at once.
Mr. Adamant, in 1966 it isn't quite that easy.
For you, perhaps not, madam. Miss Margot Kane.
Margot Kane? What do you want here?
Straight to the coppers, were you, Ducky?
No. Why should I?
Huh. Why should you? Very interesting question. Very interesting indeed. Why should you?
Your servant, madam.
Well, what have we here? Why wasn't I told?
I don't want you here. We've got nothing to talk about.
And how long have you been keeping fancy, boy?
It's nothing like that. Now, please go.
Madam, I believe you were just asked to leave.
You know, when I have to get up this early in the morning, it upsets my nerves. I'm inclined to forget my manners, see? However, you remember yours, and we shall be quite all right.
I don't want any trouble. Not now.
Oh, you should have thought about that last night, shouldn't you, Ducky? Eh? Talking to all the wrong people, saying all the wrong things. You know what your trouble is, don't you? You're a yapper.
Madam, I do think that will be quite enough.
Oh, do you? I didn't think you really listened to what I said to you, did you? I told you to mind your manners. Otherwise, I might just forget that I'm a lady.
He's a sick man.
Yeah, well, he'll be a hell of a lot sicker if I give Hoggett there the nod. That's quite enough. Now, you. About last night. Hoggett here behaved like a damned idiot, and so did your old boss. However, it's all over and done with, and I want it forgotten. Get the form?
Don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do, Ducky. You know very well what I mean, and you also know that this little Miss Innocent stuff doesn't wash with me, not one little bit. 5 minutes with me, Ducky, and you won't even know what your own name is.
Madam, what kind of creature are you?
As for you, fancy boy, you'd better get back to bed. You'll be safer there.
He's not worth it.
I disagree with you, Miss Jones. Unfortunately, I'm weaker than I thought.
Isn't that exactly what I've been saying? You can't lie around for 60-odd years and expect to bounce back. You must rest.
True. Nevertheless, I should like you to tell me why she was here.
You're not ready yet. But oh boy, when you are.
The flesh is weak, but the mind is active. Now, who is she?
Vicious old.
I think we can do without the more graphic descriptions, Miss Jones. I meant, what does she do?
It's a protection racket, amongst other things. You pay them a percentage and they see that nobody causes any trouble, and if you don't...
I see.
Last night, those two men murdered Gramps. I saw it happen. A dear old man who's never done anyone any harm, and...
While I was up here?
I don't know why. He's been running the club for years, and I know he's been paying out every week. Maybe they wanted more.
And the police?
I'm supposed to identify photographs later today.
I see. I see. It appears that 1966 has a great deal of capacity for a man of my talents. I gather this Margot Kane is attempting to weaken your resolve.
Yes, but she doesn't usually come out in the open like this. They say she's done some terrible things.
And what have you decided to do?
I must go to the police. I can't let Gramps down.
Yeah. It appears that I've misjudged you, Miss Jones. In the way that I've misjudged many things in these rather discordant times, I must prepare.
I can't expect you to get involved.
I can expect nothing less. This woman, when will she be aware of your resolve?
I go to the police this morning. They'll probably arrest the 2 men later today, and she'll know then, of course.
Very well, that will have to be sufficient.
You'll stay?
My sword will be at your service. God willing.
There she goes. Go on, get moving.
Yeah, well, maybe she's not telling the coppers a full story, eh? Stupid little scribber.
Not the only stupid one around here. When I'm through with her, there's a couple more to be spending some time on.
No luck, Miss Margot.
No, nothing. The pair of you pulled a stupid, clumsy job. A couple of kids could have done it better.
Well, even if she has grass, I mean, them coppers are still gonna make it stick on us, ain't 'em?
Don't talk like a damned idiot. Do you think I want that flat-footed lot of clodhoppers tramping around the place asking questions? I couldn't care less what happens to you or Hicks, or the girl for that matter. But nobody closes me up for a lousy old man. There she goes. She's heading back for the club.
The look on that copper's face, I'd say that she had grassed.
Yeah, well, that would make her one very silly girl, wouldn't it?
Do you want me to go, Miss Margot?
Sit where you are and shut your trap. Get me Hicks. About time the pair of you cleared out some of the mess you've made. Hicks, is that you? Now listen, the girl's heading back for the club now. See you get there first. And remember, there's a copper on duty there. You'll have to deal with him. Get the phone? And Hicks, don't forget, I don't want a mark on her.
Margot?
Don't be a damned idiot. The bike's outside there now. Oh, stay here. She must have gone into the club.
Adam, are you there? It's me. I'm downstairs in the discotheque. Quickly! It's Margot and...
Ah, Constance, thank heavens you're here. Quickly, downstairs.
What seems to be the trouble, sir?
There is a young lady in severe danger. Quickly.
After you, sir.
Thank you. Thank heavens for the British Bobby.
So clever, but oh, so vulnerable, so vulnerable.
Miss Jones, where is she?
Oh, the girl? She's dead, Ducky. I got through to you, didn't it? Now, come on, she's upstairs. Get moving, we mustn't keep our waiting down the street. Oh, no. Time enough for that. Plenty of time.
You fiend, you're not going to kill her in cold blood.
Oh, no, nothing like that, of course not. We're not going to kill her. You will, at least that's what the cops are going to think. Tie him up. Now, Hicks, no marks. Up. Do as I say, unless you want me to make room for you two. Put the girl alongside him. Well. Interesting little story in the newspaper this morning. All about a nutcase that thinks he's Adamant. Not a bad picture either.
Study it well, madam, for it will be your downfall.
From where I'm standing, pretty boy, that's a very frightening thought.
You'll never get away with it. I told the police everything.
Oh, yes, so you did, indeed. And you wish you'd cut your silly tongue out before I'm through with you.
The police know.
Oh, yeah, sure, they know it all. Only that won't cut much ice if they can't produce their star witness in court. Get the form?
Don't know what you mean.
What the soldier said isn't evidence, Ducky. You are going to be found here dead, murdered by a raving loony. Not bad, eh? Ha! Country's lousy with sex maniacs these days.
Death has no terrors for me, madam.
Miss Margot, we're wasting time now.
It's my time, Hoggett. Bring some blankets.
What are you going to do with them?
Do with them? Why, touch of the old Victoriana, of course. Seeing he thinks he's Adamant, he's going to use something that he understands, isn't he? Such as, gas.
That's not bad.
Simple, effective, economical. We'll come back in about an hour when they're well under and take away the ropes.
I still think my way with the knife is safer. Suppose somebody comes.
Hoggett, you're annoying me again. We shall be outside watching, shan't we?
Oh,
Well, now get out, the pair of you. Well, we shall be back in about an hour. Of course, you'll be too far under by then to know anything about that, won't you? You'll just have to take my word for it. Pity you'll never see the headlines. Maniac takes girl's life, then his own. 6 killing in Soho. Oh, the Sunday papers will go mad. Yeah.
Courage, my dear. All is not yet lost.
It's no good listening. Nobody comes here till the club opens.
Just don't talk. Breathe quietly and slowly.
Right.
Wake me in an hour.
Ready, Margot?
What did you order? Oh. Time up?
Yep.
Quiet. Show it your respect, can't you? Cover your mouth, you biggie. The gas! Who's turned it off?
Who else, madam?
Get him, Hicks, get him!
Whenever you're ready, gentlemen.
Kill him!
The stick? Certainly, if you wish it.
Hey,
The sword is the weapon of a gentleman, Mr. Hicks, which is why you'll never master it.
Over here, fancy boy. One little push, that's all it needs. Just one little push.
Then I swear to you, madam, you will follow her. Kill her and you kill yourself.
Drop the sword.
To my certain knowledge, I have never killed a woman. But you leave me little choice.
Take her, then.
Mr. Adamant!
Oh, Miss Jones. Must you always be so impulsive? I nearly went with you.
I never doubted you for a second, even though you are touching 100.
If you continue in this fashion, Miss Jones, I doubt if you will ever reach 20.
Where are you going?
There is much for me to do in this modern world, Miss Jones. I doubt if our paths will ever cross again.
Of course they will.
Our destinies lie in different spheres. Besides, you have a job to do.
Yes?
To mature, one hopes, into a lady. Thank you for your hospitality. Goodbye, Miss Jones.
it that I arrived too late, instrument of fate? Is that all you are in one simple breath? You may think he's a charmer, but death is the life he has known. If you want love and your years filled with laughter and content ever after, leave this man alone. Leave this man alone. Leave this man